Alrighty. Sorry about that. I always feel bad taking breaks, but obviously human beings need to take breaks to pee and tend to things around the house, I guess. So I don't feel that bad about it. Did take a long time. My dogs are all upset, of course, because of the thunder. I don't know if the mic is picking any of that up. Oh, my mic is also out of position. So they're not having a great time with the thunder and things. My cat is pretty impervious to those sort of things. She doesn't get bothered at all, but the dogs absolutely hate the storm. So we're in pain, and it's moderate pain. Alright, I played in my tutorial series a lot with spears, and I'm really starting to realize how much better spears are than regular melee weapons. But I still think that they're OP and don't want to use them. So we're hungry, we're thirsty. This is our beverage pile, weirdly. It's all full of food items. Oh, probably because it's not processing all the beverages. So I should have juice, right? I picked up a bunch of juice. We have some OJ. Yeah, let's drink some juice. All this stuff is not being sorted. Go ahead and drink first, because I don't want to get engorged. We're still listed as hungry. Fingers crossed it doesn't jump to gorged or whatever. It did jump to satisfied when we back out. Hopefully that stays stable. We're in mild pain. Did I eat aspirin just now? I think I did. We have a bite as well. We should tend to that while we're here. Did it sort? No, it still is not sorting my disinfectant. It's not called disinfectant anymore. It's antiseptic. No, that's anti-parasitic. Is it not anti... What is it? What is it called? We had so many bottles of it. It's not here. I do have the first aid kit, but I'd prefer not to crack that. Where'd all my antiseptic go? We had a whole ton of it. We had like 6 bottles of it. Okay, go to this menu. You see nothing. Oh, because it didn't clear my filter. Antibiotics, antiparasitic. We had like 5 bottles of antiseptic. It's gone. So that's nice. Always nice when bugs happen. Drinking antiseptic doesn't cure COVID. Are you sure? I mean, I have a president that I'm pretty sure told me to... Pretty sure he said to ingest or inject. I couldn't... the news ran with it and they said ingest, but I swear the man said inject on the inside. So we're going to crack this first aid kit. Man, that sucks. We had so much disinfectant, and I don't know where any of it went. It's just gone. Okay, I mean, screw me, I guess. Go ahead and pop this open. It'll give us 10 antiseptic. We'll go ahead and apply that. I guess we need to be more careful since we lost all our antiseptic. We'll throw that on our leg there. Clear the wound. Great. And we'll drop that on the med pile so we know it's... In fact, pull all that onto the med pile. At least your president isn't trying to rap to fight COVID. Who is trying to rap? That is an interesting strategy. I mean, why cure a disease when you could just make music at it? I imagine that works out pretty well. Really hoping the thunder's not being picked up by the mic. It's getting pretty dang loud. I think we just head back out. I really need to keep my eye out for more antiseptic, though. I'm a little worried about that. And I would take it's if it's country rap, it might work. I would take rap over my president's reaction, like 90%. Do not step in the rose bush. Go ahead and pulp that corpse, though. 2 corpses. Very deadly rose bushes, as always. Dissing the COVID out of the country, best stat. I cannot pronounce that name. Did that instead of giving money to hospitals. I mean, do they really need money, though? I mean, music cures all wounds, I believe. Sponge, I think we already have a sponge, but we'll take it. Survival knife is nice, but also knives are so common, it's not really that big of a deal. Can be stored in a hollow cane. What is this? Get out of here. Stored in a hollow cane. Interesting. I did not know that was a thing. So I guess we can have like a pimp cane with a sword in it. It was a really bad rap. I mean, is there good rap though? To be honest, I'll be like, so I don't want to like badmouth an entire genre, but there are like three-ish types of music I can't stand. I can't stand rap, I can't stand reggae, and I can't stand like 99. Like, and there's exceptions to every rule. So there are like some good rap songs. I've heard one or two good reggae songs, and like 99% of country is terrible. But there are one or two songs I actually like. Those are the three music genres I cannot abide. I will listen to just about anything else because I have very wide musical tastes. But man, do I hate 99% of rap. Also country, also reggae. Rock, really. I'm like, the only good rap is the one from Dead Island. Man, I was trying to get that to run the other day. I was going to stream Dead Island, but it never really. Man, that thunder is bonkers. But I couldn't get it to run right. I'm still going to toy with it. I don't know why. I had such an urge to play that game recently, and like, it's not even a very good game. It was really good at the time. But then Dying Light came out, and Dying Light is basically just Dead Island, but better in pretty much every conceivable way. So that game fell by the wayside. Nobody cares about Dead Island anymore. Even though I think their development is weird too, because like they were going to release a second one, and then they scrapped it because Dying Light was like, it was the same company had bought both or something. And why would you have two IPs of first? My God, the thunder. Two IPs of like first person island zombie survival type stuff. I'm a rock kid for sure. When I was a kid, I liked classic rock only. Why is the dog? Oh, because the can is open, so the dog food has rotted. Oh my God. So can you hear the thunder? It's so loud. I feel bad for my puppers. My one dog, when it's thundery, he gets in his bed and he covers up, which is not good for him when it's like 90 degrees outside. And then the other dog gets under the desk downstairs, and she hides under the desk. It's more or less on the level of your voice. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. They made a second, which wasn't named 2, but it was worse than the first one. They made a was it Dead Island Riptide, I think is the name of it. It was like, I thought it was DLC, but it wasn't actually DLC. It was considered a standalone game. I heard really terrible things. It had something with like repeated boat mechanics where you were on a boat and had to fight zombies, and it was terrible. And then they had that retro Dead Island whatever. I thought they canned the IP, to be honest. I didn't know they were still even considering it, and then I saw it crop up in the news recently where they were like, oh yeah, they're making a second Dead Island. So I don't know whatever came of that. So these batteries did spawn empty in this drawer, but we will take their strings. No duct tape though. It's not that annoying. It's kind of ambient. Okay. I mean, as long as no one is super annoyed by it. We do get really bad storms. You know, people in my area, without fail, every time there's a thunderstorm, 2 things happen. Which I should mention, because if the stream dies, it's probably because the power died. So I should probably save here now and then. Without fail, people in my area don't know how to drive. So as soon as it starts raining, somebody takes out a telephone pole pretty much every time we get a real thunderstorm. And then the power goes out, and then I have to sit in the heat and stay up until 2 a.m. even though I can't do anything. And, you know, like I have to go to work at 2 a.m. So basically I spend all night reading by candlelight because, you know, and it's super hard to stay awake when you don't have the internet in front of you. So that's pretty much going to happen without fail every time there's a major thunderstorm. And then 2, something catches on fire. So like I walked out to have a smoke on that break and smelled like something was on fire. And I live down the street from the fire department. There's a corpse in here. Why? There's not. Is that a corpse? It is a corpse. Where's the corpse at though? Oh, down here. Okay. Oh, leather backpack in great condition. We'll definitely take that. several corpses, but they've been pulped. Was I here before? I don't remember being here. Okay. We don't really want all these batteries. Again, they're all plutonium, which I really dislike. The idea of like taking advantage of super high charge, whatever. Man, we're running out of space a lot. Okay, this time we're actually full up, so we'll go back and drop things off. Oh yes, this was the woodworking barn, because I talked about my new obsession with woodworking channels on YouTube. Random corpse of a zombie, definitely take the string. So we've hit these houses. That's right, we did come up here. We want to go down. If we're going to continue exploring, we want to go down. Yeah, I mean, I would play another Dead Island if it came out, I think. I really enjoyed the game when it initially released. I unfortunately at the time did not have friends. In fact, I don't even think I had internet back then. Actually, you know what? I believe that came out when I was incarcerated. And I never really got to play it with other people. It'd be a fun thing to do if I could get it to stream. Maybe find somebody to do something with. Really like the idea of collaborations, but then when people come to me and they're like, hey, would you like to collaborate? My brain goes, no, you're not ready. You're just going to drag them down. Don't do that. And I really need to get over that mental block of like, you know, some people just want to play games with you, you know. We're going to head back out. I do want that leather backpack as a backup. Because although ours has not been really damaged at all, they do, you know, storage items do tend to take a lot of hits, and I would love to have a nice leather backpack as a backup. So we're going to go back here and grab that. And then we'll explore to the south where we actually haven't explored yet. Oh, I did not even see you. You are blinded. Please don't blind me. Also, maybe I should pivot to spears. We don't really have disinfectant. I do also like that there's an RV here because it has a kitchen unit. I'm gonna mark this. I always forget to look at notes, but we'll mark it. Kitchen unit plus solar, because it should have a storage battery in it. Oh my goodness. I didn't know we were supposed to get storms. Yesterday it was like 88, 89, 90, something like that was the highest amount of temperature yesterday. And then overnight when I went to work, I saw it was listed as 70 degrees overnight as the lowest temperature, and I was like, man, it's gonna be hot. And my family member mentioned like, oh, I think a heat wave is coming, but it's only like 90 degrees. I don't think that qualifies as heat wave. In my area we have only extremes. We have no middle ground temperatures. We go from like, you know, when I back in the day I dated, you know, girls who worked at barns and stuff like that, and we would go out very early in the morning to like lunge their horses and stuff. And so like you get up at 4:45 in the morning, you go out to the indoor arena and it says it's like negative 12 degrees. So it gets quite cold here. And then in the summertime, it's not uncommon for us to see like 111, 112 degrees. I don't know what normal is, but for me, it's too dang hot and it gets pretty dang cold. And man, I wish it was colder. I walked outside, it was like a punch in the face. The humidity literally came and kicked me in the genitals as I walked outside. It was terrible. Some cherries. I think last time we ate cherries, we got a mood debuff. Let's look at our cherries. Not repairable. Oh, I can't repair cherries. Oh, man. Sweet fruit that grows in trees. Does it grow in trees or does it grow on trees? Is the real question. Perishable, blah, 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 2 days. So go ahead and eat the cherries. Okay, check your mood. You're wet and cold. Oh, I didn't even realize it was raining in the game. You enjoyed those cherries. So why was it a debuff last time? You can mark the car in its menu. Yeah, I don't usually mark cars individually. I only mark my vehicle. because I thought you could only store one vehicle at a time that way. So I'd rather just mark the map. That might not be true anymore, but that's something that like you condition yourself to do over time. Pretty weird that, oh, the lights blinked. That's not good. Pretty weird that they have a bookcase right in front of their little office door here. What's the greatcoat made of again? Is that wool? It is wool. I'll take that. I'll take the skirt as well. Man, we are struggling to store things. We have 21 liters available. Why can't I pick up this greatcoat? How big are you? 8 liters. You can't. Not enough capacity. Is it just too big to fit in the backpack? Is that what we're running into here? Backpack with 7 items. Encumbrance when full 17. Does it say max contents or anything? Okay. Pocket 1 is containing 10 liters of 15 liters, so it could only store a 5-liter item. And pocket 2, it's only the one pocket. So it can only contain 4.1 liters, and the greatcoat is 8 liters. That's why it's not storable. The length is the problem. Where's look for the length. I think actually it's just too big to fit in the remaining pocket of the backpack. But we'll look for the length here. Oh no, it doesn't have anything in its pockets. Where's the? I don't think this has a length entry. Yeah, it doesn't have a length listed here that I'm seeing. They added item lengths. I'm a little behind. Yeah, it is one of those things that's like completely new and not applied to everything yet. Many of them have placeholders, just like the ballistic values of items. You'll see here they added a bullet resistance basically to armors. 90% of the entries are still placeholder values and they need to be worked on. Max length of 5 or 6 inches on the greatcoat. Yeah, but that's that particular item storage. We're looking to store the greatcoat in the backpack. And I think the reason it's not storing in the backpack, max item length 13 inches. I would assume that the greatcoat would be smaller than that because it's probably folded or whatever. But I think the issue is that there's 10.9 liters occupied. It can only store 4.1 more liters, so the greatcoat is 8 liters, so it can't fit in the thing. But really, regardless, it's just we can't pick it up. I don't need it. I should have. We spent a lot of time discussing it. We don't actually need the greatcoat. I just usually pick them up because they're a great source of wool. Compression top. You know, I used to wear the compression clothes like all the time, and I don't think that I don't think that I really wear them anymore. So I don't think the compression has a lot of appeal to me here. Check the garage, I guess. Oh, that's a closet. Check the garage, I guess. Welding mask is pretty great, so we'll take that. I don't really wear the dust masks, so I don't think that that's super valuable. Oxidizer, powder, and bleach. We'll take another screwdriver. Of course, we can't. Capacity. Why can't I store? Probably because this is even more full now. Yeah, it's filled to the brim, and the screwdriver set obviously will not fit in the smaller pocket. So the question is, can we remove anything from the backpack that would make room for... Because I still don't know how to remove things individually. Tried to add a duplicate entry. Now, I don't want a duplicate entry. Let's just go back to base. I don't want to fiddle with it. It's still being worked out, you know, the ability to favorite pockets and you know, specify what goes into what container. That's all being worked on. Korg was sharing some pictures like 2 days ago about his work with favoriting pockets and prioritizing pockets and things. So that looks pretty promising. I don't have a lot of complaints about the containers. It's mostly just learning to do things differently from the way you've done them for years, right, is the main issue. Drop all this. I mean, honestly, if we could just stop carrying the gun around, it would free up a lot of stuff with our backpack. But I'm not willing to put it on our torso. I just don't want to do that. So So I don't really know what to do about the storage. The thunder is unrelenting. My poor puppers. So we have 2 dogs and a cat. And our cat doesn't get super upset by storms, but I was thinking today about how she's basically not a cat. Every cat I've ever met, why am I carrying some of this stuff? I don't need this stuff in my inventory. Every cat I've ever met in my life, I don't actually like. I don't like cats. They're very aloof, right? That's the classic cat trait, is that they're not affectionate. They're very distant creatures that like, oh, you want to pet me, human? I'm gonna go poop in your house. Like, they don't care, right? Dogs are very affectionate. Dogs will come up to you and head in your lap and drool in on you. Very affectionate creatures. Our cat, so basically back in like November, our cat died, I think. It was really upsetting at the time. I'm not a fan of cats, but like watching, our cat die was really, really miserable. Feeling just so terrible for that poor animal. She was sick the whole time we had her. Someone basically, on a night like this with a really bad thunderstorm, someone abandoned her in our yard. And we know that because she'd been declawed and all this stuff before we got her. There's the lights blinking again. That's not a good sign for my power. I'm going to save the game again to make sure if we... if we crash or this ends abruptly, that would be because my power went out. And basically on a... Hello, Internet. So, having an issue here. This is me as the editor again. So this is YouTube-specific content. This is not taken from my Twitch stream. Basically what happened, I'm sure you just saw, is my power went out literally right after I was talking about my power possibly going out. So that is exciting and comedic timing and all that jazz. Yeah, and unfortunately, even though I saved just prior to the power going out, when I restarted the game, I could not load my save. In fact, I will try to put that on the screen right now. Basically, when we try to load the save, we get errors, and then the world fails to load. It just it gets stuck in the loading screen. So we actually lost our entire character, and I can't fix it. I tried to fix it, and it didn't do anything. So, yeah, the series died right like that. I don't think the entire time I've been playing, I don't think I've ever completely lost a character. One of my first characters, I kept the save game for like 2 years and it stopped working after a long time, but like I've never lost an active character like that. So that sucks. We were doing pretty well in the apartment. We were dealing with the container issues, of course, but we're going to have those issues no matter what character we play. What world we play doesn't matter. We're going to have container issues. So, unfortunately, we're going to jump into a new series, which I got back on after I finished, when I got my power back and my Wi-Fi came back on. I got online again. I'd lost all the viewership. I just jumped into a quick world. As the food delivery person start. I can't remember what it's called. It's the scenario that Frizz added to the game recently. We talked about it in an experimental Cataclysm video. And we'll be playing that for a bit. I was really, honestly, the first couple episodes of that, I was so disappointed after losing my character that, like, the first episode's pretty rough. But, like, we're going to come back and we're going to play that character. So, hopefully you are enjoying the streams. Like, I'm very nervous that the Twitch VODs are not going to do well. I am going to move towards more YouTube exclusive content again in the near future. I have some stuff on the burner, so that should be hopefully in the next week or two. We'll start getting more YouTube exclusive content. And yeah, I'm probably going to start doing weekly updates as well, just to let people know what I'm working on, what's coming to the channel, things like that. So keep an eye out for those. I haven't really decided what we'll do while I'm talking to you, because I'm kind of getting sick of the unicorn logo being up the whole time in those videos. I feel like people don't want to watch that. I feel like people want something to look at. So we might load up WoW or something and just, have that on in the background so you have something pretty to look at while we talk. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Sorry the series ended abruptly. It really does suck. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch. We're trying to grind up to 50 followers. Following on Twitch is free. I would definitely appreciate if you would do that. If not, that is okay. Hopefully you enjoy the content as a whole anyway, and that's really, just watch the videos. If you like the videos, watch the videos. Click that like button, help me out. And yeah, I'll be back with something new for you in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.